At the age of 42, I had a major career setback in my life. After a so-called successful career of 15 years, my company had asked me to leave. They say that at 42, you get answers to the universe. And here I was, not even knowing what questions to ask. Forget the answers. I'd lost my job. I'd lost money due to some very unfortunate circumstances, was literally broke, had no idea about what is it that I was good at, totally directionless. And once I composed myself, once I gathered myself together, I started seeing more of stories of people who had gone through some or the other setback in their life and how they have come back stronger. And they always mentioned, there was one common theme coming out of those stories, that life gives you a second chance. I knew this was my second chance. And I wanted to choose at this point. Choose what I will do from now on. But choose what? That was my big question. I don't know if you've gone through that feeling when you terribly want to choose, but you have no idea about what is it that you are good at, what your strengths are, what is it that you have created all through your life after a career of almost 1.5 decades, more than 1.5 decades. And then one day, while I was sitting down writing my notes in my diary, it struck me. It struck me that in my entire career, it was not IT, it was not systems, it was not processes, it was not the projects. What really gave me juices was helping people grow in their career. And as I got this thought, I started looking back all from my childhood. I always had people, my classmates, coming to my home, and I would go out of the way to share everything that I knew. I loved seeing them successful. The pattern continued all through my career. People will come to my team as blank papers, and I would commit myself to them because I wanted them to be successful. And over a period of 3, 5, 7 years, they would keep coming back to me because the kind of communication window that we had was like none other. And they kept getting results. There was no jealousy. There was no competition. I loved seeing them shine. And when they did better than me, it gave me goosebumps. So I knew it was people. I knew it was enabling others to create joyful career. But how do I do that? That part was only not even 1% of my entire career. So what do I do with that idea? Well, I gave a call. I gave a call to 2 people. One, a cousin, and second, a friend. And I told them that I'm starting on this journey of enabling people get successful in their career. And I knew that they had some big goals, but they had a lot of hurdles in between. I told them that I would work with them to help them get rid of the hurdles and actually go and shake hands with their dreams. And both jumped on the idea on the call. My journey started. First time when these people created the results, I thought I got lucky. I got the best people, but not everyone is as good as them. So I experimented with 3 more people. Again, amazed. And then slowly over a period of time, I realized that I was doing something right. And that paved way to my major comeback after my setback. Just like the stories that I had earlier seen. Lessons that this episode in my life gave me. Number 1, if you're not enjoying what you are doing, if you're not doing well, consistently not doing well, then you do not have to stick to that just because that's the only world that you know. Number 2, maybe there's something else, and you have to look very deeply, very intently in your entire life to capture those moments where you really enjoyed what you did. Those things that gave you goosebumps, that filled your body with juices, and that have been the most memorable ones. And number 3, when you pull out those moments, come up with an idea that you can experiment with, something that you love. You don't need to be perfect. Just go out to the market, do some trial and error, see how is it working. Are you able to produce some results? How are people responding to the results? And do you see the potential of yourself getting paid for it? And the last one, once you see that you can create results and people will be ready to jump onto those results, pay you for it, go all in, because that is your sweet spot. So if you're at that stage in your life where you're feeling lost, you are really not enjoying what you do, and you are clinging on to it because that's all you know what you have to do. You're not late. If I could do it at 42, I'm sure you too can. In fact, much better than me.